Hello, everyone. I'm Roxanne, and this is Everything About Hallmark. And my guest tonight is Krystal of the Lilac House. Hello, how are you, Krystal?
I'm doing so good. I'm
I'm
so
so,
excited to talk to Roxanne.
I'm so excited that you're here.
I'm a huge fan of Roxanne, by the way. Like,
Oh, you are?
I am. I've been watching your channel for a long time, and so this is an honor.
Oh, well, that's so nice. I'm just an ordinary person, so don't get all crazed. I'm excited to see you. I
Oh,
don't even know how our paths crossed, but I was like, oh, I need to have her on my channel because I love your channel. How did you get started with yours?
okay. So I had a baby 4 years ago, and I was like a nervous wreck. So I got into mommy vlogs, and I'd watch them, and they kind of helped me feel calm going into motherhood, this new role, and I fell in love with YouTube. It was like the first time I had watched YouTube videos, and I really liked it. And I actually have a background in digital media with an emphasis in cinema production. That's what I got my bachelor's
Oh,
degree in. So I've always had like this passion for storytelling. I just didn't know what to do for a YouTube channel. And then it took me about 4 years and I just started filming. So that's how I got into it. But I love a creative outlet. And so it's fun for me.
yes. I
Yeah.
know it's like people say to me, isn't it a lot of work? And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's like a passion to do, right? It's like you want to go golfing. Well, I don't. So I want to do this. You want to go ride in the backyard with the quads and everything else. I don't. I want to do this.
Right. Like it truly is a hobby.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yes, it is. Now, can you tell the story about Lilac House, like the name, how you got
Yeah.
that?
So my last name is really hard to pronounce, and I was trying to come up with a name. So a lot of people just do their first and last name. And I wasn't sure. And so my husband and we had been brainstorming, and it actually was holding me back from starting a channel. I didn't know what to
Oh,
name it. And so we were brainstorming, and one day we were leaving our house, and we have a couple lilac bushes, and he loves them, and I love them.
so
And he
why?
just said, one day I want to have a bunch of lilacs. Like, I just want a bunch, and people will call us the Lilac House. And he went, you should name your YouTube channel that. So I did.
You
And
did.
it stuck. But we love flowers and we love lilacs, and it's just peaceful and it's springy.
Right. I love it too. I
Thanks.
love that. They're not easy to grow though, are they?
You
Like,
know, they're not as easy as you think they would
yeah,
be.
yeah.
They're a little temperamental.
And they don't bloom right away, right? Like it takes,
No.
yeah. So you got to plant them and it takes a couple years or something, right?
Yeah, ours we have the dwarf lilacs, and
Okay.
it took them a little bit to grow, and we're finally there where come May, they're gorgeous.
Mm. I
And
can smell them as we're talking. I
yeah,
love
they
them.
smell so good. We're so
They
excited.
do. They do. Now, how about you share for those that may not know you, because I do know some of your viewers are in the chat
Yeah.
already. Share what's the focus of your channel?
Okay, my focus is all about finding joy in your space. So I have this problem, I think along with a lot of people, is we always are looking for something better. But in my opinion, that's not always the case. We can't always have like a better house or a better kitchen or
Hmm.
we just have what we have. And so to find joy in your space, you can just spruce it up a little. And so I do a lot of frugal organizing videos, mainly because I love the Dollar Tree. I love organizing. And I feel like you can spend $5 and revamp up your whole space. So I do a lot of Dollar Tree things. And I like Dollar Tree crafts and Dollar Tree kid activities. And then I also throw in a few cooking videos.
Yes, and a
Because,
lot of your things come from the Dollar Tree. It was
yeah,
funny because you had given me a list, and I don't know, I love the Dollar Tree for my classroom, and I ran into the Dollar Tree with my girls, like, you never can get out of the
no,
Dollar Tree with them.
no, you
So we
can't.
ran in, and they're trying to buy 42 different things, and they have a limit, and I'm like, "Whatever, just go get whatever." But when I was looking, I was like, "Oh, look, there's that, there's this, there's that," all the things that you were making. I don't know if anyone saw this. I know some of you did because you commented, but you made a countdown heart, which was so cute because I can do this with my students. I was like, oh, I'm going to do something like that with my students. They had the paint and everything in there, the chalkboard paint, the whole thing. And so you made like the countdown board.
Yes.
Who know? Like the Dollar Tree has everything.
They had it all. They had the chalkboard paint, they had the heart, they had everything.
Now, by any chance, is this from the Dollar Tree?
That's from the Dollar Tree.
I know. I thought so. I didn't look for it. I forgot to, but I was like, this has got to be from the Dollar Tree. So it's like people are like, oh, the Dollar Tree. I'm like, Pillsbury. Pillsbury is a brand name. You could get it from the Dollar Tree. I love it. I love that. So you have several videos, and I've watched all of them. But I love the pot pie one. I saw that today.
Oh, it is one of my favorite
Oh,
foods.
it's so good.
I love making it. And my daughter, she's 4, she requests it. She says, "Mom, can't you make that pie that has the vegetables in it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can make a pot pie."
So you had 2 videos that I just wanted to point out because they're all good. So again, when we're done, I will link your channel in my description. I don't think I already did. I may have already done that. I'm not sure. But if I didn't, I will go in and link it so everyone can find you. And then, of course, they should hit the bell for notifications like they do with mine. And every time something new that you have pops up, they'll be notified. But anyway, there's 2 that stand out for me that I wanted to share because I thought, oh, this is such a good idea. One was the I guess it was like sort of you were at your sister's and you were organizing her kitchen, right? She has an apartment,
Yes.
and you're showing all the things that you could use. And you said something that was really important, that sometimes people get so anxious that organizing and makes them feel calmer. And I said to you, there's a character called Don't Forget I Love You. It's a Hallmark movie, and it has Amelia Eliup in it, and I interviewed him, Clayton James, and that's what she's like. And she made a whole career out of it because it helped her with her anxiety. But anyway, you had such really clever ideas. Now, all those things came from the Dollar Tree. Am I correct? All those little.
I love the organizing containers from the Dollar Tree. And so my sister and I, we both have anxiety. She moved into her apartment, and I knew that if I went and helped her organize, it would just help her feel more calm because it helps me feel more calm.
Yeah.
And so it's actually a 3-part series, and I posted 2 of the videos, and I have another one coming up.
Okay.
And I organized her kitchen, and I used everything from the Dollar Tree, so it's super budget friendly.
Yes. I saw how you put all of her different utensils and things, and then how it all fit in there in like the kitchen drawers. And I'm like, oh, look at this. And then you had a container for all the loose container parts. It was great.
And I kept saying container.
I know, but that's okay. One time I did a video and I kept saying, smell this, smell this. This was on our family channel, and it was like we were trying out different scents of bath bombs, and my friend's husband says, oh, is this smell this? That's what he knows me as. So it doesn't matter. That's fun stuff.
I love it.
And now the other video that I really liked was a do-it-yourself, again, a DIY. And it was, I think, fall themed. Wait a minute. I want to tell you the name because I wrote it down so people can go and, well, they can look at everything. But, I know what it was. It was the Frugal Neighbor gifts.
Oh, yes.
Tell them about your potpourri and how you put it in the bag because I love that.
Okay, so for the holidays, this is what we give out to our neighbors and our coworkers. It's a stovetop potpourri, and it smells just like Christmas. It's amazing. So it has cinnamon sticks, rosemary, and orange, and cranberries. And the best thing about it is during the holidays, you get a lot of sweets, and you kind of you get sweeted out. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
And so this one's great because it makes your house smell so festive and so fun. And I bet it makes it smell just like a Hallmark movie.
It does. That's what Hallmark movies smell like.
And so I buy some of the things at the Dollar Tree. Some of the things I can't buy, like an orange or fresh cranberry. But it costs like $2 a baggie. And I put them together, and I put a little saying on it. And all the receiver has to do is cut up the orange and add everything to a pot of water. And it smells so amazing.
And it's organic, so you don't even
Yeah,
have to worry that it's like some perfumey thing that,
right.
is going in the air that's not good for the
We
environment.
have one going all winter long. Like, we love it. It smells so good.
So they have to check that out, and the
Yeah.
other one they have to check out that I love is you made pumpkin cookies. What in the world? And everything was from the Dollar Tree, wasn't it?
Yes, it's so easy. So the cookies are just like the cookies we're gonna make today. It's a
Okay.
cake mix cookie, so it's super easy. I grew up with my dad making them all the time because he loves like that pumpkin spice
Mhm.
flavor. But it's just a cake mix and a can of pumpkin.
Oh,
That's pretty much it, and then you can add some pumpkin spice, but I made these ones, and they were gluten-free because I was giving them away to a friend who has food
mhm.
allergies, so I used a gluten-free cake mix, which
Yeah.
worked great, and then I also used dairy-free chocolate chips, and
Oh.
so they're just little homemade pumpkin spice cookies, they're so good.
And it looks good, and you show it, you actually
Yeah.
demonstrate, so they can tune in, and everybody loves pumpkin spice, like, they want pumpkin spice everything. They even have pumpkin spice marshmallows.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that?
I did not know they had the marshmallows.
Yes, and I thought they were kinda gross until we actually roasted them, and then I was like, "Oh, that's pretty good." That I
Will
like.
you eat them like, as a s'more?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, with the chocolate and the graham cracker.
I bet that would be so good.
It was. I didn't think it was going to be, but it was.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like, if I see the pumpkin marshmallows, I'm gonna buy a bag just to try it.
Now, what is your favorite find? Do you have, like, the ultimate like, is there
Yes,
something you constantly buy?
I have
And
some with me. I have a
okay,
few.
let's see.
Okay, so number 1, look at this bin. Number 1 are organizing containers. So I love shelf risers from the Dollar Tree. It's only $1, and if you're gonna organize a space, I organize it with them all the time. You'll see them on my videos. But it's awesome because you can put a bin here and you can put a bin here. And so it takes advantage of your space. You don't have
Yes,
wasted space. So I love shelf risers.
and
And
they're only $1.
yeah, they're only well, they're $1.25 now.
Oh, mine is still $1 though.
Mine just barely switched.
Oh, well,
So it's a
mine
dollar
will probably
twenty-five.
switch soon.
But along with the organizers, there's little like look how beautiful this is.
It's lacy.
Like it's so pretty and it's like the perfect size if you were gonna do it in a pantry or a
Yes.
bathroom. Like it's just beautiful. And then like even this container.
Oh, look at that, that's big.
Yeah, it's huge. And then for me, I love kid activities because I have 2 kids and I love their little holiday things.
Oh, that come with
And
an
so
easel?
yeah, it comes with an easel, it comes with paint, it comes with a paintbrush, and it keeps my child entertained, and then I can display it around my house.
Aw,
So I
that's
love those, and then, of course, stickers. We go through so many stickers, and they're I mean, you're a teacher, you know this, like,
mhm,
the Dollar Tree has such good finds,
they do.
but, I mean, 276 stickers for $1.25.
That's pretty good.
So those
That's
are my
excellent.
favorites, but I love everything really, like, they have like, look at this, this face mask it's like at the natural vegan. So those are some of my favorite things, and then holidays. So I just went to Hobby Lobby, and they
Mhm.
had a lot of these same things, and they were $7 to $15,
Oh, wow.
and, like, these are little silicone molds, and this is from Valentine's Day, of course, and then, like, these little hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, so I always go for the holidays, and I just check everything out, but I have a whole video on, like, my top favorite things that I love to buy, and I have more coming too because
Oh.
a lot of people are like, "It's $1.25, is it still worth it?" Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so you're a big Heartie like we all are.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's
All
why I found your channel.
okay. So, we are going to be having our Hearty parties, some of us together, some of us by ourselves.
Yeah,
So, you have a couple of things for us. Well, one, you have the heart countdown chalkboard, which is adorable, and you can use that for anything actually.
yeah.
On our countdown, it should say 14 days because it's 14 days until the
I
premiere.
know, I'm
I
so
know.
excited.
I know. And then you have a recipe you want to share and you have a banner. What do you want to do? The make or the bake first?
Okay, let's start baking first. I don't know
Okay.
if anyone's making it along with us, but then your cookies can be baking while we make the other stuff. So, you need a cake mix. This is so easy, and I was telling Roxanne before, if you've never tried a homemade Oreo, you are missing out. That's what we're making. And so you're just going to put your cake mix into a bowl, and you need 2 eggs, and then a 1/3 cup of oil or a 1/3 cup of melted butter. I prefer butter.
I
But
know, so do I.
oil works fine. So
Okay.
it's super easy. You're gonna put everything into your bowl, and you're gonna mix it, and it's going to be the thickest dough. And you're gonna say, "This isn't right. It's too thick," but that's how you want it. So you're just gonna stir it, and it's gonna be thick. And a lot of people don't know that you can actually make these into a shape. So we're gonna make them into hearts.
Oh, like
Because
this, right? I have
yes,
one.
yes.
Here it is.
Okay, so I've already made them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you. So what you're gonna mix everything, it's gonna be super thick, and then you can roll it out. And you don't wanna roll it too much because you don't want it to all smash together. You just kind of want it to keep a shape, and it needs to be like 1/4 of an inch. And then you're gonna cut them out. And the dough is a little finicky because you wanna use like a fork to help scrape it off, if it's because it is thick. But you're gonna put them on your cookie sheet, and I fit about 6 cookies on my cookie sheet. And then you'll bake them. And here's my secret to homemade Oreo, Roxanne,
Okay.
is you don't wanna over bake it.
Okay.
So it almost doesn't look done.
Okay.
And you pull it out, and it
Mhm.
will finish cooking on the pan. But
That
you
makes
want it to kind of have that soft, chewy texture, and it's so good.
sense.
They're some of my favorite cookies. Okay, so this is how mine turned out. Look how cute. They're
Oh,
little
that the
hearts.
other way. That's it. Oh, they're perfectly shaped.
Yeah, so you can make them. They smell amazing. They're so easy to make.
Can you turn it to the can you turn it this way
This
so we
side?
can yes, that's it. We wanted to see the thickness.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so it's about this thick.
Okay.
And, yeah, they cool really fast, so you don't wanna overbake them. Let them cool, and then they should be really soft.
Okay.
Look how cute these ones are. We made little ones.
Oh. It's so perfect.
Thank you. They're so
Mhm.
cute, and then if you don't have a heart cookie cutter, you should still make some homemade Oreos just because they're
Yes.
good. So you
Yeah.
just will roll the ball into they're gonna be smaller than a golf ball, and you
Mhm.
can roll them and they'll be round, but they're so
Okay.
good.
Oh my
So
gosh.
then you can use a frosting. I prefer cream cheese frosting. You can buy it at the Dollar Tree, but if
It's
you've
a
never
lot.
made yeah, it is. If you've never made homemade cream cheese frosting, I think you should if you have the time because it's so easy to make, and I made homemade cream cheese frosting, and it's so good.
Yum.
Well, that's what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna make a cookie. I'm gonna show you how it looks. But the homemade cream cheese frosting, I can have Roxanne leave it in the description too. It's butter, cream cheese, powdered sugar, vanilla, and salt. That's it.
Oh,
And
that
it is
sounds good.
so good. Have you ever made homemade
Yes,
cream cheese frosting?
I have.
It's so good.
Yes, it is. It's very good.
So you need it with these cookies. So then you just frost them. And I like a lot of frosting.
Now, go put your you have to put it the other way of the camera. That's it. We see you. We see
You
you.
see me now? Okay.
Do you chill the buttercream first or, do you, let it be room temperature?
I let it be room temperature.
Okay.
This one has been chilled and then I let it out to be a
Okay.
little soft.
So there's no
You don't want it too difficult to spread.
okay, that looks good.
But look how cute these are. I thought it'd be so fun to just make heart-shaped everything for One Calls
Mhm.
the Heart.
It would.
I feel like One Calls the Heart needs a lot of love. Heart's in the name.
Mhm.
And when I was watching the promos, they just say this season's all about love. It's all about heart. And so I said, why not just make everything hearty? And why not give us, like the fans, something fun to do and look forward
Yes,
to on
yes.
Sunday? Because
Sounds
look how cute.
oh. Okay.
And they're so good.
Are you gonna bite one?
No, because then you'll have to watch me chew and I'll get chocolate in my teeth.
Can you dunk them? Can you take like, dunk them or take a sip? Like,
Oh,
you made this smaller? Yeah,
oh, yeah, you can, and
yeah.
you can even put these in the fridge. People like them cold. I like them anyway. They're so good. They're my favorite. In the winter, like Christmas time, I'll
Mhm.
add peppermint, like the white chocolate peppermint chunks to them.
Oh, that's a good
Mm,
idea.
they're so yummy, and
So,
so they're good. You have to
when
try.
you make this, it's $1 for the, for
Yes,
everything.
it's
Like,
$1 for everything.
and then, of course, your egg is at home, that
Yes,
kind of thing, yeah,
your oil,
yeah.
yeah,
That's not expensive at all.
like $2 and
Oh my gosh, and then you make all those beautiful cookies. I like the little cookies too, that was
yeah,
cute.
my kids are gonna freak out over these,
Oh,
but I kind of just wanna, like, put them in a bowl, like, all of
yeah,
them and eat
yeah,
them.
just eat 'em. That's a cute idea. Now, before we do the making part,
Okay,
I wanted to ask you as a Heartie, what was like who's your favorite character, first of all, or
okay,
characters?
so my favorite character is Rosemary, and I think it's because when she first came on the show, I didn't like her.
Yes,
I just was like, "She needs to leave."
yes,
And now I love her. I think she's so funny. I love that she's like this strong female.
yes,
And I was thinking about it and I thought, she can't have kids. Like she hasn't been able to have a baby.
mhm,
I feel like she's kind of that mother of Hope Valley. Like
yes,
she's just that mother figure.
yes, yes,
So I
yes.
just I love Rosemary.
Now, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but, I have a Rosemary and Lee Facebook page.
You do?
Yes, it's dedicated, yes, to
Oh
them.
my
You
gosh.
should join if you're
I
on Facebook.
will. I will
It's
join.
a When Calls the Heart, Rosemary and Lee fan page. Yep.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh gosh, I have many favorite characters. Of course, I love Elizabeth. I mean, she's the whole reason for the show. I'm a teacher, the whole
Yeah.
thing. And I've watched from the very beginning and I love Erin and I've had the opportunity to meet Erin and I cried like a fool. And she's very lovely. But I can't just narrow it down to one person. I love Fiona because she brings so
Mhm.
much to the story and she's spicy. But there's something about Faith, like her storyline touches my heart and all the things that she's going through and how she still perseveres for a woman from that time,
Yeah.
and then I know I love Rosemary and Lee together. Oh my gosh, they're so
They're
amazing.
amazing.
So I mean, named half the cast, right? And then of course along comes the most romantic, thoughtful, handsomest
I
man
know.
ever is Lucas Bouchard. Like, holy moly, they broke the mold when they created him.
I
So
know.
I do love him. But then I have to tell you, and I know I'm going through all these people. I really, I really love Nathan. And I love Nathan because I feel like he's somebody who's growing into himself. And
Yeah,
he's like this great human with this wonderful heart and like raising Allie, and I'm like, oh, these are like, what I love about them? You wish that they were real human beings that were your neighbors. Like you want
yeah.
to live in Hope Valley.
They have the most amazing
They
characters.
do. They do. The story, I love everything. Please, I just named everybody
I
basically.
love it, I love it.
Oh my gosh. Now, what's a favorite, like your favorite scene from or even favorite scene from
Oh
any
my gosh.
season?
Well, I love Luca Beth. Like,
Yeah.
I love Lucas and Elizabeth.
Yes.
I think, like, that's how I found your channel was last
Okay.
season, I said, I need someone's predictions.
Okay.
And I said, "I like this. I like her predictions here." So I love them, and I think I love the whole essence of books too, like, I love reading,
Mhm.
and so I love that they read. So I think the Luca Beth moments are
Yeah.
some of my favorites, and honestly, like, a scene I rewatch a lot is just the finale when Elizabeth is looking for Lucas, and just when because she has realized she loves him, and
Yeah.
she's just so distraught, like, she's so sad, and I love seeing that.
I know, like, she's a good actress, and, like,
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta be able to find him," and then she thinks she lost it on the bridge, and then,
like, it
there
makes
it
your
comes.
heart drop when
I
she's
know.
at
I
the
was all
theater.
yelling and screaming
No.
like everybody was. You know what? I already have a season 9 favorite scene, and it didn't even start yet when they were showing the promos. I don't know how anybody else in this chat feels, but one of the things I had predicted, I just knew it because of the whole book theme of their love, that there would be a scene, or there's going to be scenes where Lucas is reading to little Jack. And
I
of course,
know.
he's on the bed. He's in the bed with his jacket off, just his
Yeah.
suspenders, and his feet are up on the bed. At first, I thought maybe he had his shoes off, but that's not true. He has his shoes on. He has his boots on, and he's reading to little Jack.
It's
And
so sweet.
he looks in, and I'm like, oh, this is it. So I already have a scene I love, and the season didn't even start.
I know. I think we all kind of do. We're
I
all
know.
excited to
Yeah,
see that one moment.
I know. All right, show us your make. What we're gonna
Okay,
make.
so
I'm trying
this
it
one's
too.
super easy. You can use whatever. I sent Roxanne some doilies because it's
There.
easy. You can use cardstock. I even found like these foamy hearts if
Yes.
people want anything heart. So the whole idea for this is we're gonna make a banner and we can put it up on Sundays to be like it's Heartie Day.
Hang it
Heart
from
Day.
even your fireplace if you have it.
Yeah. So then you need some twine. This is so easy. You need some twine, and then I have like red twine or just pink twine, and you just string them together. Now you can do small ones or you can do big ones. Like if you want, you can cut out like this little heart in here, but you can keep it big too. If it's big, it's kind of easier because you don't have to use a hole puncher. But you just take it and you kind of sew through it. And so you can decide, Roxanne, if you want to do the hearts like this together, or like
Mhm.
if you want them like this,
Right.
whatever way. And you can just use these. Yeah, you just use the little holes. That's all you do. And you just string it along.
I'm doing a pattern of white, pink, and then red. Did you already do it?
I haven't done mine yet, but I'm doing pink, white, red.
Okay. So it's kind of therapeutic to do this.
Yeah, it is therapeutic. That's something I'm not the best crafter, but I love to put on like a Hallmark movie
Mhm.
and just try and make something.
And some music.
And some music, and it's just relaxing. And
You had suggested 9. I put the directions in there. You suggested 9, I guess 3 of each
yeah,
color, that kind of thing, but you
yeah.
could do all one color or
And
whatever,
yeah, you
right?
can do however many you want. It's basically yours. You can do I kind of like the doilies. I felt like they were a little old fashioned for one calls the heart. Look how cute.
I know.
How fun will it be to like pull it out every Sunday because you'll know that it's the
Hang
day.
it up. Oh, that was easy.
It's so easy.
I only did 3 so far, but that's really easy.
And it costs $1, like
I
$2 to
know, I
make
know.
this.
Do you know what else? If you have little ones or grandchildren or whatever, they can help.
Yeah.
That would be
My
fun.
I did like a test one and my daughter helped me and it was fun.
Yeah. And the twine works nice because it's really twined together, but this I haven't tried this. This would probably work nicely too, like the floss that you
Yes.
sent me.
I'm using that one today and it works very
Manicure.
well.
I need a manicure. So that's so easy. What are your while you're doing that, what are your hopes for season 9? Like what are some things that you want to see? And then we're going to take some questions.
Well, I don't know if it was your latest prediction, but I watched one of your predictions that you just posted last week
Okay.
about the ring box.
Yes, the ring
And
box.
I agree with you. I don't think that it's a ring.
Mm-mm.
I don't think Lucas would propose there.
Not at that time. Even if
Okay.
it were a ring, I don't think that's the proposal.
No, but I do hope that maybe either at the end of this season or next season there is a proposal. But really, I'm just excited to see them court. Like,
Yes.
just no, hopefully not too much drama, but just to court, to be together. I feel
And
like we need it.
and some romantic fun time. I really think so because it was so serious for them last year.
Oh my gosh, Lucas was so serious and sad a lot of the season, and like Elizabeth was so distraught and confused.
She was coming to terms with the death of her husband and moving on and not feeling guilty. I get it. So I'm excited to see the balloon ride. And I don't think that I don't think that's a proposal either.
No.
And I and my I don't know. I'm just excited to see all the interactions. Do you think do you have any since Rosemary's your favorite, and then we're going to take some questions over here.
Mhm.
Since she's your favorite, did you see the promo where the two of them are hugging, Rosemary and Elizabeth,
Yeah.
and Rosemary's face is so excited and Elizabeth is crying? I don't think it's about Elizabeth. Don't you think it's
No.
about Rosemary?
I think it's a Rosemary thing.
I
And
do too. Go ahead.
I we know we want her to have a baby because that's what she wants.
Yes.
So that would be amazing. But no matter what it is, it's something good
Yeah.
and exciting for Rosemary.
And then I think Lee is going to be mayor. What do you
I
think?
I'm very interested to see. I think it'll either be Lee or maybe Fiona. Fiona might do it, but I don't know.
Does she drop out because she's so supportive of Hickam? Do you think she drops out?
I don't feel like she would drop out for a man.
The reason why I was saying that, I was wondering if she would no, I agree with you, if she would be overwhelmed. When Kayla was
That's
on, she
true.
gave us a hint, and she said that Fiona gets to be challenged like she never was before. We're gonna talk about that. Here,
Yeah.
let me give a little promo. On the 27th, I haven't put it out there yet, but I did put it out there, but I haven't really advertised it much. The Lucabeth Lounge girls, Jillian and Div will be on.
I love them.
Janine Marie will be on. Myself and my partner, Kathy Watkins, she and I you get together and we do an analysis, and we'll be doing that
Uh-huh.
all season. We're all going to get together and we're going to talk about all of the tidbits that the actors have given that I've interviewed that have shared with us.
Oh, I
So
love this.
I know, I know,
And
I
that's
know.
next week?
The 27th at 8:05. Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked that, but it's and not that I'll hide it. I'm just going up and I'll go through them all.
Oh,
8:05 because at 8:03 on the Hallmark channel, at least by where I live, at 8 o'clock from 8:03 is a special When Calls the Heart like promo of some sort. So we're not starting till 8:05. All right. So I wanted to see what we have here. So there's everyone just chatting back and forth. And what I was saying, people are saying hello. I do know someone made a comment or had questions. If you have any questions about anything, put them in the chat so we can share. Janice says, oh, let's share this first. Sharon, I'm going to go in order. Sharon says, I've never been to a premiere party, so I'm anxious to see what everyone does to prep and then have the party. So is there anything, like you already showed us the idea of our banner for the hearts, right? And the cookies. Is there anything else that you had in mind that you might do?
okay, something that's also really easy is you could make a pan of brownies,
Uh-huh.
and then you just use your cookie cutter, and you
Right.
make, like, little brownies shaped as hearts.
It's true. That's
So that's
cute.
another idea. I love, like, tea parties too, because of Lucas.
Yes, and that's funny because our next person up is Janice, and she says, "I'm probably gonna have my own little tea party as I see what others have done. I don't think there's, this much excitement for the Super Bowl." You're right. You are right.
Janice, I love that. I think maybe I'll have a tea party for, like, one of the Sundays.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Like that, yes. So that's the thing. It doesn't I know it's a premiere party that I'm hosting on a Friday to get ready, but we should have our own little like space when it comes on, right? Have a
yeah,
little snack, our own little downtime, and we're just glued to the television.
yes, I love it.
I know. Okay, and I had told you, I think this is one of your followers.
Yes.
And she says, "Thanks, I am new. So excited to be here."
Hi,
No,
Tiana.
no. She gets to talk to you live, like in
I
person.
know.
And then I had shared this. Janice was commenting, and Janice is one of the super fans that were their names. They volunteered. We put their names in a lottery, and I showed the wheel spinning, and poor Janice's last name got hacked up. That was my fault when I was typing it in. And it kind of auto correct itself to something strange, which was not her, but it is her. But Anyway, it is she, it is her, it is she. I just realized I think I used improper grammar and I apologize. But anyway, she's one of the super fans that'll be playing the game. Yes. And let's see, what do we have? Sounds fun. Welcome. Oh, this is just people that hang out and come and join us saying hello to you.
Thank you. Hi, everyone.
What's this? Would she say? I understand the relaxation part of handicrafts. I do flower arranging to relax me.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
That's I mean, you can make a nice flower arrangement for the party.
she could. Roses. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. There is a Christopher bush. It's like a Chris McNally bush, but it's a rose of some sort. I had shared that once before on one of our photo challenges, but that's a whole bush that goes outside, Janice. We can't have that. Carly says the cookies look so good. Well,
They are, Carly, you should make them. They're delicious.
Beverly says, I have a heart-shaped cookie cutter and I'm going to have to make these homemade Oreos. I
Yeah.
know they're so easy and economical. I mean, they're so easy that the kiddos can help too.
Oh, you're like, you probably already have a lot of this in your pantry too.
Yes.
So easy.
I think Rosie's going to wind up with a child this year. I do too, but I'm not quite sure if I wonder if it's she's going to be pregnant or if it's going to be a baby. I mean, an
I
adoption.
know. That's what I'm wondering too.
I know. Yeah. Janice wants to make the cookies for her tea party. Candace says she wants Lee and Rosemary to have a baby, but I agree that she is the mother of the entire town. She's agreeing with you. Yeah.
Thank you, Candace. I'm excited to see Lee and Rosemary keep sharing the office space.
Oh no. If in the background we saw her big giant sign, it's larger than his sign for his
They're just
business.
so fun. I love them so much.
Oh, there are people that agree with you. It says they can't wait to see Lucas reading to Jack. I know.
I'm so excited for that.
And that's Jill. She said the same thing. We've
And
got a lot.
what's up with this fire? You know, they've given us a few spoilers, but we
Mhm.
need to know what's going on.
I know. And I think this is just, and I shouldn't even say anything, but I
Do
I think I know I said it before. I really think that yes, there's going to be a fire and there'll be some damage. And I don't think, of course, it's going to be like this whole burnt down damage, anyone's going to die. I feel like it's something that what the fire is going to propel them into a decision. Like not a like maybe like there was like there's a hesitancy or like she's like, oh, don't push me down the aisle too soon because she's enjoying the whole courtship. But I think when that fire happens, it's just going to click that, you know what? You never know what life's going to throw at you. We should just either like get engaged or run off and get married.
I
Something,
hope so.
something big, but celebratory. Nothing. I don't see it being negative.
Right. And we know she's excited. We saw that little clip of her and Rosemary in the schoolhouse, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
and Rosemary sings the wedding march song to her, and she's like, so she's not mad about it. She's
No.
excited.
Yeah. Janice has a prediction. She says, I think Fiona is going to be involved in the oil company. Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I'm going to be watching the premiere in my room. The premiere, okay. The premiere party or the premiere? Hmm. Anne. Hi, Anne. Anne, I don't know if we know each other. She says, I think earrings, but I think probably in the box. But I think Elizabeth sees the box and she's very nervous, and Lucas does like to surprise her. So
And
okay.
he's a bit of a tease too.
He is, and he has that kind of look on his face, right?
Yes, he does.
And look, Janice said it is she, because remember I said it is her, and I was like, wait a minute, that's wrong. And she corrected me.
Janice has our back.
Sharon says, thanks for answering my questions. I'm definitely going to have my 14-year-old granddaughter help me make some treats and the banner. She loves crafts and brownies. So
That's so fun.
yeah. Bob, I don't know. I didn't know Bob was on here. He says, I gotta sign off, but Krystal, you're my gosh darn hero.
Oh, hi, Bob. I know him. He's one of
Okay.
my friends. Thank
Oh, I
you.
love it. He came on for you. And then Nancy's agreeing me about I love you, Nancy. You're agreeing with me. You're my BFF for tonight.
Nancy, there's all sorts of fire in the new season, I
I
think.
know, right, right, right. I know there's all kinds of goodies. I love it. I love it. All right, this has been so much fun. Oh, what's this? Oh, this looks good. Let's hold that. Let's put that up before Arlene, because there's a delay and I don't want to
Ooh,
cut anyone off. That is a really good idea. Oh, the macarons. Are you doing macaroons or macarons with the T wearing my Valley Gas t-shirt? Oh my gosh, Arlene.
I love
Arlene,
that.
I love that. I want when we have the premiere party, which is on oh, okay. Someone has a question for you. The premiere party's on the Friday before it, before the Sunday
Okay.
of it all. And I'm excited. I don't, we're not having it Saturday. I would have had it Saturday, but I think there's another fan group. They are the Lucas and Elizabeth When Calls the Heart fan page, and Amy is her name, and she had said she was going to do a party. And some of the people are on, both groups. So I didn't want to take away from that. She called it first. So that's why we decided to do a Friday. And ours is different than hers. Hers is very interactive. Everybody can join in, where ours is a little different how I'm doing it. And I'm saying ours because I'm pairing up with the Chris McNally fan group. So I really would love to show off, like someone decorates, like have you pop in and give us a quick tour. Are you going to decorate, Krystal?
I think I'm gonna hang up my signs.
Okay.
I might make some more heart desserts because why
Okay.
not? And some
Yeah.
tea, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
we could all post some pictures too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. That would be cute. Someone has a question for you. What is it right here? Hi, this is Karen. She said she knows I'm from New Jersey. She would like to know where your hometown is
I'm
and your address because we have a stalker. I'm only kidding. I know Karen, and she is not a stalker.
Hi,
I'm
Karen.
sorry, Karen.
I am I'm from Utah. I live in Utah,
Oh,
and we're about to get a crazy storm.
I'm
So we'll say,
I'm hearing it. I'm hearing. So you have
we'll
to stay
see.
in and make more crafts
Yeah,
and
I
more
will.
things.
I'm so excited.
I like a good snow in too. Elizabeth, Jill says Elizabeth's going to pop the question to Lucas. That might happen.
I mean, it could. She's
Okay.
kind of, taking the reins on some of these things
Mm-hmm.
to let him know how she feels. So he might be a little nervous or hesitant, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So she could
He's
that
so
would
in
be
though.
fun.
He's so in. I love
Oh,
the
yeah.
scene where he says to her, "You're my adventure" and all that.
Yeah.
Anne says she totally agree with you, Roxanne, on the fire, and it will speed up the courtship. Love today's program. Thank you for all your tips, Crystal. They're
Aw,
showing
thank
you the
you,
love. And
Anne.
then someone was saying that the shape of their board is like in a heart. You know what's interesting? I have a board. I have a cutting board. It's gorgeous. I would have to go up and dig it out. And it's from the official When Calls the Heart Edify store. And I have a board from there. So I could put my little things on
You
there
Yeah,
too.
you need to, I
Yeah,
think.
I know. I have
You
to do
can
that.
make
And
like
I
a
have,
little snack.
yeah, dish towels too. I got to break them out.
Yeah, we have to get all ready for this.
Sharon's your neighbor. She's
Oh,
from
hi,
Utah too.
Sharon. I'm also kind of excited to find out what all of these past adventures Lucas has been on.
I know. Well, listen, I did a whole tour of his office and I said, look at all of these things. Okay. These are hints, people, hints. And it's
Ooh,
coming out. They're not just going to put something random in there. Do you know what I thought was interesting too was when they showed there's a house that's across the street, if I'm not mistaken, I get mixed up, across the street from the saloon, and it's like bluish gray with yellow trim, and they decorate the in those two windows with different things sometimes, and this time they showed us all the toys, all the boy toys that they had in there, and they were all the same thing that Lucas had in his office, but a child's version. So they had boats and they had a toy dog and they had blocks and things with baseball and airplanes and trains, all the things that were in his. And I'm like, look at this. So we're like, is that his house? Now I sent Peter a message and I said, I know you're not going to answer this, but I'm just going to ask anyway. Do we get to see the inside of Lucas's house or where he lives?
yeah, do we
And
are we gonna find out?
And this was Peter's response, okay? You ready for this?
Yes.
Nothing. He didn't respond.
Peter.
When he did, I could see though that he saw it and he had no response. But
Oh,
that is
he's
the
so
response.
sneaky, that Peter.
We'll see. Who knows? All right, my friends. Krystal, you stay. We'll say goodnight in the studio, but say goodnight to your fans.
Good night. Thank you so much for watching, and I love talking to you. And don't we all just love Roxanne?
Oh, geez.
I wanna say, like, you are a rock star. Like, you're interviewing all of these Hallmark actresses and actors, and you're doing so good.
Thank you.
You're amazing. So keep it up. We're excited to see more.
I will, I promise. But thank you. I'm so glad that you're all here too. All right, you have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow because tomorrow, yes, tomorrow I have Catherine Kahoot, Hut. I'm pretty sure it sounds like Kahoot. It reminds me of a game I have, Kahoot. But she'll be on, and she is one of the stars of the new movie that's coming out called Feeling Butterfly. She's co-starring with Kayla Wallace, who I had on the other day, and Kevin McGarry, who's filming, but his agent said he's booked up, he cannot, and he told me more than once he will, when he comes back, then he'll be on. But for Suspenders Unbuttoned, he was on the yesterday, but rightfully so, because they're so supportive of him, and they had like a hour and a half chat with him.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I just one quick question. Like,
Yes.
who's your dream guest on your show?
I never reveal. I never say
There's
who.
gotta be like one.
Well, I have to, let me say this. I have to say, and this is really the truth. I like them all because I love Hallmark, and I'm not being diplomatic. I honestly do like them all. And then some that come on, I find such interesting, wonderful things about them. And they really share beautiful things. Sometimes they cry and I'm like, "Oh my goodness," like they're so like heartfelt and they really share things. I have different people for different reasons. So one of my dream guests was to have Andrea on, and she was on. And
And like so adorable.
I love her because she's so bubbly, and I just admire her character arc in her story. You
Mhm.
know, I really like her a lot as a human too. And like she's like such a positive, cute person. And I think I've always liked her, but then when I saw her interact in Paul Green's podcast, and you got to listen to her talk, it was like, oh my God, I love you. Like as a human, I love you.
Mhm.
Um, I would love to have Peter on as a guest,
Oh,
but I don't know if I could handle it because that would be so for me. And when I was younger, I had this crazy crush on him. And so I would have to like get over that nonsense,
oh,
you
you would
know.
do so good. It'd be so fun to watch.
I want to pick his brain.
Yeah.
And um I would love, I know people are waiting for me to interview Chris. I'm going to put this out here since you're all here. So Chris McNally, I'm putting it out in the universe.
Let's manifest it for Roxanne.
Yes. Not to disappoint people, but he is the most difficult person, no, really, to have on as in an interview.
Oh,
Even with his agent, they just it's like I don't know if it'll ever happen. It's very rare. And people ask and they know that you're asking. I tell them all the time. So we might have to get over that one because I don't think it's going to happen.
let's still manifest it to see
Okay.
if it will.
Yes, yes. But then my ultimate, and I've never asked, I haven't even asked, not once yet, would be to have Erin on.
You haven't asked?
No, there are a lot of people I
Wow.
haven't asked. Yeah. Yeah, I will. I mean, I get so filled up time, you know.
Yeah.
So Peter, I already have Andrea on, which was a milestone for me. I love her. And then of course there's Peter. And then of course there's Erin. I met her and I cried like a fool. It's like an idiot. I was so embarrassed, but not. She went out. We got a crier here.
Oh, she's so sweet.
I know.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yes, he is starting in no, Jill, he's not starting in, oh, he is. It's going to be on. Yes. Yes, he is. His Heavens story is on again. He's actually filming right now. He's in 2 movies and he plays a teacher in both. Yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
Hallmark movies?
Mm-mm. No, 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 they're not. Okay. Thank you for the compliments. Yes, I would love to have Paul Green on too, but he's a
Oh,
busy
yeah.
man. All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.